How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is episode 6 of a Let's Play series for Farming Simulator 22 on the mod map Maypole Farm. When we last left off, we ended up having to round up everything that we possibly could for the end of the end of fall and the beginning of winter. We were rounding up all the contracts that we can get our hands on because we had to survive the winter, and as you can see, we did. We are now in March. We struggled. It was really hard. We had to take out a loan, a pretty big loan, in order to be able to survive the winter. But we now have a nice new piece of equipment on the farm. We were able to, kind of buttress ourselves in getting our new lines of work all said and done. Also, in the background, we were able to clear out the entire part of the tree line right there by the road. So now we can think about doing something about opening up that area and doing something with that little chunk of land there. And it's going to be nice because I'm no longer going to worry about having to come into the driveway there and smacking into trees. And it's going to be so nice. But that's pretty much what we got going on today. Is we've got to figure out a way to get rid of all the stumps that were left behind. We left them there throughout the winter. Well, now that it's spring, we need to get those out of the ground. And actually, I just received a call. That's why I'm standing here in the garage. I just received a call from the neighbor. Apparently, he owns a farm a little off to the east of me. And at his farm, he was doing some things, getting prepared for the next planting season. And unfortunately, his tractor just completely broke down. I think he said it was something to do with the three-point link in the rear of the tractor, and he needed to plow out a field. So he called me up and said, "Hey, I know you don't owe me nothing, but I could really use a hand. I know that you do a lot of contract work. Would you be willing to do it? But unfortunately, I can't supply anything to do it, to do the job. I need you to have your own set of equipment." I'm like, "Hey, you know what? We're neighbors. Let's go ahead and do this." So I told him I'll go ahead and grab all my equipment, get on down there and help plow out his fields, because one of these days I might need a hand. So hopefully, if that ever happens, he's going to be willing to help out on my end. But not doing this for favors, just doing this as a good neighbor kind of thing. As you can see here, this is what we got left over from all the trees. We ended up selling off all the trees to the sawmill just down to the east and southeast of us. And yeah, turned out pretty good. Now we got a little bit of an opening, a little bit of clearing. We got a couple of these trees over here, and we just need to get a stump grinder, eventually grind those out. But right over here is my tractor. I'm going to go ahead and grab it. I'm going to grab the plow that I have, and we're going to get to work because they're expecting us. So let's get to doing this. And if I remember right, the plow is just over here. There it is. All right. I'm going to hook up to my weight. There we go. With the thin tires that I have on this tractor, it's a little bit easier if I have a little bit of weight over the front, so that way all four tires and what little tires I have on this tractor is making contact with the ground, especially when I'm starting to pull. And having that little bit of extra traction from these little tires, it helps out a ton. So as we kind of reach over the brow of this hill here, you'll be able to see just off into the distance the farm that I'm going to help out. So we're gonna take the back road out to there. But just behind that tree line in the distance there is the farm. And the field that we have in question is just right up beside the farm. So we just gotta make our way out there. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut out from here, and once we get there, I'll bring us back in. Alright, so I'm coming up on the field right here to my left. I need to plow out this one right here, but you can see the farm right there on the side there. I told them that I would go ahead and help them out and do what they need to get done. Now let's drop this down. Now I will admit that this tractor is severely underpowered for this equipment, but it works. I just go a little bit slower than if I had a tractor with a little bit more oomph to it. But hopefully here in the not too distant future we'll be able to make that a reality, because at this point, we can kind of push along and do what we have to do with it, but eventually it's going to come a time where this isn't going to work for forever. Oh, you can see I'm slipping tires. Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you can see the barns and buildings just behind those trees there. And it was nice. Our neighbor said that he would go ahead and pay us for our time and whatnot. And I told him, look, you don't have to go deep into pockets or anything like that. Cover some gas and maybe just a little bit extra, but for the most part, let's just keep this cheap, and that way we don't have to. Like I said, this is more of a neighborly kind of thing, and he insisted. He's like, no, I'm gonna pay you. I don't wanna come off as if I'm freeloading or anything like that. And I told him, it's like, look, you don't have to worry about nothing like that. We're neighbors. You're gonna look out for each other. But he insisted, and one of those that I wasn't gonna continue to argue or keep on the struggle back and forth with him. So I told him, okay, we'll talk about it later on. So at this point, I think I'll go ahead and cut us out from here, and then as soon as we're done with this, I'll go ahead and bring us back in, and then we're going to figure out getting us a stump grinder so we can get all those stumps taken care of there at the farm. And there we go. Everything's all done for the neighbor. They are all taken care of. They came on out of here. They gave me a little bit of cash and thanked me profusely. Now this allows them to be able to buy a little time, get their equipment fixed, and then be able to move on to the next step of the process, planting and so on and so forth. But they were super grateful, and it was awesome being able to just kind of sit there and hang out with them, chat with them. Them let me know, because they're a bit of an older gentleman. And they were telling me all about how they've been on this plot of land for, generations. Their family's been owning this land for, for the longest time. And he said he was a third generation, farmer in the area, and just the amount of struggles that he's had to go through here lately, between the equipment breaking and just all this random stuff. It was just really kind of saddening. It's like I was really kind of glad I was able to help out the way I did, and they're like, oh, they're telling me all these things. Then he hands me a check for the amount, and I'm like, man, like, I really don't want to take this kind of thing. And it's like, are you sure you want to? You sure you don't want to hang on to it, kind of thing? You're gonna need to pay for your tractor and do all this. And he's like, no, we got it all kind of factored in, so not a huge deal. They're gonna be all right. So it was really really good just to kind of hang out, chat with him for a little while, you know, after getting all the work done. And yeah, we're back here at the farm. Just gonna uncouple everything here. Gonna go drop this weight off right there. All right, now I'm gonna head up to the shop and gonna go ahead and get myself some kind of grinder so I can grind up all these stumps here on this edge of the farm. And then after I do that, I'm gonna, you know, figure out what to do after that. So make sure nobody's coming. There we go. All right, go ahead and cut us out from here, and I'll cut us back in as soon as I get to the shop. I'll see you in a little while. So I'm just leaving the shop here, and I went ahead and picked up the stump grinder, and I was sitting there talking to the owners there, and he was telling me how they've got several contracts already ready and waiting for me to go if I want to accept them. And I told him, it's like, look, you know, unfortunately I've really got to deal with some of these stumps and whatnot. I was non-descriptive. I said that I got some things to do around my farm, but I'd be happy to deal with them as soon as I'm done. I told him it shouldn't take me too terribly long. I should be able to churn through these relatively quickly. So I told him, go ahead and line up a few of the contracts for me. I will go ahead and get this done really fast, and then as soon as I'm done, bring the equipment back, and hopefully by the time I'm back, they'll have all the contract equipment up there, and I'll just be able to kind of do everything in one fell swoop kind of thing. So that's that is the plan for right now. So I'm gonna head back to the farm, and I'll cut us back in as soon as we get there. So I'm getting ready to head down the driveway right here. Let's go ahead and we'll start with these couple of stumps right here along the side of this driveway here. Let's see, now let's bring that up, bring that out, turn that on. There we go. All right. Cut through those no problem. Just going to continue to make our way around and clip up all these. So this is going really nicely so far. Alright, looks like we got maybe 3 more. Two more. 1 more. There we go. That looks like everything is good to go. Well, let's go ahead and take back the equipment we don't need anymore, and we'll go ahead and start on those contracts. I'll meet you up there at the shop in just a little while. So I made it up here to the shop, and as you can see, I went ahead and returned the stump grinder, and now I need to get to work. I need to get some fertilizer, and once I get the fertilizer, I'll then be able to take off and start getting to work on the fields. So let's go ahead and purchase a couple of about 3-4 pallets of fertilizer, and then get to work. All right, I think we got a good base right now. Let's go ahead and connect all the various bits of equipment. All right, let's go ahead and start filling this up. That's one pallet. Now let's go ahead and fill this up totally and set our sights at the field. And there we go. Now, gonna go ahead and head over to the field. I'll meet you over there. So I am here at the farm, and I'm just passing through. This is, there's where I've got to go, right over there. So this is the field that's needing fertilized. Let's go ahead and get to work. There we go. So we should be able to get through this relatively quickly. And then the owner, which is the farm we just passed through there, he asked me to go ahead and just park this set of equipment right there at the farm, just underneath one of the bays closest to the field here. So I told him, yeah, no, absolutely, no problem with that. I'll go ahead and do that as soon as I'm done with this field. And at this point, I'll go ahead and just cut us out and cut us back in as soon as we're done. See you in a little while. I'm putting up the finishing touches on this field. And there we go. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and park this under the awning like they asked us to. Oh, I missed a little patch right here. Let's go ahead and get that. There we go. Perfect. Now, this awning right here. There we go. They got their equipment, and now I have to walk up to the shop to get the next contract. Let's get this done. Made it back up here to the shop. Let's go ahead and grab this Valtra. And just like the last time, we'll go ahead and load everything up. go. Finish off this pallet. Load everything up, get everything all situated. Once everything's loaded, we'll head over to the field. I believe this one was 88? No, 88 was the last one we just did. This is 26. So this is out in the west. So we take the main strip here out west, and then we'll come right up on it. So let's see. Let's go ahead and grab this last pallet right here. There we go. All right, let's ride. Head on out and get to work. And here we are. I'm approaching the field. It's up here on my left. Let's see, right here is the entrance. And let's get to work here. It's a bit bigger of a field than the last one, so we're going to be on this one for a little bit, but once we get it, we're going to be good to go. So, going to cut out again and bring us back in as soon as we're done. We'll see you in a little while. And there we go. Field is all said and done. We've got it all fertilized. Both of the contracts are complete. And now we're going to head up to the shop. We're going to return this equipment. We were asked to actually return this one back to the shop because their farm is up to the northwest of here. So instead of just leaving it beside the field there, we're actually going to just go ahead and return it. So at this point, I will go ahead and cut out, and I will cut us back in as soon as we get back to the shop. We'll see you in a little bit. Made it back to the shop, dropped off all the equipment. Farmer has come up and recollected their tractor and spreader. And yeah, we are good to go. We've been paid, made quite a good chunk of change on this. I'm pretty happy about that. And we have a few more contracts to work on. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on these because more fertilizer, more fertilizer, more fertilizer. We'll see in a little while. So here I come with the first set of equipment. Field's right here in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and get to work on this. I came at this at a really terrible angle. Holy smokes. Can't believe just how bad that was. That's alright. We'll also get a little bit of the neighbor's field as well. That's alright. Alright, now make the return leg. This one's going to be a super easy one. Not an issue whatsoever. It's like about 2 passes and should be good. There we go. Here, we'll even get this little boop right there. Alright, let's take this equipment back. And that way we can get on to the next contract. We'll meet you at the shop. We're just going to park all the equipment right over here. Next one we need to hook up to is right here. This little Kubota with the big braid L tub. And then this one is for a field all the way up north of here. So we're going to fill up and we're going to head out to that field. Let's see. About right here. Start loading in. Perfect. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and cut out from here and cut us back in as soon as we get up to that field. See you in a little while. Alright, so I'm almost up to the field here. It's just off to my left. Let's see, we'll pull in right here, and let's get this going. So as per usual, I'm just going to make my rounds and get this kind of squared off so we get a little bit of extra room around the edges. And then I'm going to start sweeping back and forth into the middle. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I will cut us out and bring us back in as soon as this is done. Alright, we're all done with this field. Now let's go ahead and take all this equipment back up to the shop. And then we'll pick up the third and actually, no, I don't think it is the final contract. I think I have one more after that just waiting in the wings. So I will cut us back in as soon as I can. So as you can see, I've got the third contract all set and ready to go. Got all the equipment. I got it fully loaded. And the field is just around the corner right over here. Let's see, it's not this one to my immediate left, it's this one just beyond it to my left now. The driveway straight ahead, I'm going to pull in. Let's see, turn right here. Perfect. Now, we go around and do this. This should be a relatively quick one because of the size of the field. It also helps that you're throwing all the fertilizer out to 42 meters wide. That's always makes things a little bit faster. And we are just about done here. We just might get this in one kind of go around. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be one pass and we'll be done. Maybe with a little smidgen. Oh, yeah. See, just a little bit that we missed. There we go. Got it all done. Look at that. Well, now we head back to the shop. And I think I have one more contract that's ready for me to take. So I'll just have to collect on these ones after getting all the equipment up there. I'll talk to the owner, see if that one's still on board or not. So we shall see. I'll meet you up there. Alright, so we've been paid out for the previous three. The owners came and got their equipment. And now we got one last contract for the month. So let's go ahead and hook up and go from here. There we go. And it looks like I'm going to have to run back inside real quick and buy some more fertilizer, so I don't have enough to fill the tub. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out from here, buy what I need, and then I'll bring us back in as soon as I'm done. So I'm just leaving the shop area here, got all filled up, ready to go, and now we're heading up to the kind of about northwest of the shop there. Got to kind of head in this direction first, down south, to cut through this farm directly in front of me to be able to get to the field in question, because it's kind of tucked way back in the back. So we're gonna follow this road around to get up there. So I will head over there and cut us back in just a little while. Alright, we're approaching the field. You can see it way in the distance over there. It is a doozy of a field, so just like normal, we're going to start making our way around and get this done. Alright, turn this on, and now we get to work. And see, this is a pretty good sized field. This is not a slouch of a field, so this is going to take a little bit of time, a little bit back and forth, but once it's all said and done, we'll be all done with the contracts. I confirmed with the shop owner they didn't have any more waiting for me or anything like that, so I'm going to finish this up as quickly as possible. And then I've been kind of doing some calls in the background, trying to figure some things out. And you can see I'm up to $127,000 without the payout from this contract. And what I've been kind of humming and hawing about is, should I pay off the loan that I have, or at least get a good chunk of it paid off? Should I, do something with that money so then I can kind of start building up, additional processes that I have to be able to better utilize some of the, basically just to spend money to make money kind of thing. That kind of process. So it's one of those, I don't know, I'm really torn at this point whether or not should I just pay off the loan and then, kind of scrape back up the cash later on, or should I try and just hold on to the debt but then get something that will help raise my money per whatever, however kind of metrics you want to call it, that kind of dollar per hour level to another level kind of thing. So oops, I'm missing out on some. So it's one of those that it's kind of a tough call, because we are now getting ready to go into April, which April is a really busy month for contracts because you get all sorts of different things that pop up. Because we're getting out of the winter time, if the farmers didn't properly maintain their equipment during the off season, then we could get an influx of all sorts of different work that needs to be done on top of work that needs to be done around our farm. So it's one of those, we'll kind of just wait and see, but I'll go ahead and cut us out here, and I will bring us back in as soon as I finish this field and make a decision. We'll see you in a little while. So just putting in the finishing touches on this field, as you can see, and it is already starting to get a little bit hazy out, a little bit dark out, so I think at this point I've got to make some decisions. So like I said before, I was kind of humming and hawing about whether or not I was going to pay off some of the loan, or if I was going to, oh, I missed a little bit right here. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. There we go. Whether I was going to pay off the loan, or if I was going to work on getting some new forms of revenue so that I could earn money a little bit quicker and whatnot. And I think I landed on the latter. I think I'm going to try and open up some new revenue streams to be able to earn money faster. And I think that's going to work out a little bit better than trying to pay off the loan now and then struggle with the same kind of revenue stream kind of process. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to actually purchase the biogas plant right here. So I'm going to take this equipment back, go ahead and return it, get the payment for working the field there. Once I get that payment, I'm going to see just how much I can get this biogas plant for, and then go from there. Because I think that'll end up working out very nicely in the end, because it'll definitely open up some new possibilities. So I will. Oops. Almost went out into traffic. Couldn't stop quick enough. But I'm here at the shop. It's actually right around the corner. I'll go ahead and uh, talk to the shop owner here and get my final payout. Once I get my final payout, I will figure out what to do from there. So we'll stop right here, park. All right, I'll be back with you in just a little while. All right, got my final payout, and I'm gonna hop in my tractor and go ahead and head over to the biogas plant, which is just down the road. I have talked it over, and it sounds like I'll be able to buy that for about $100,000, and I think that's gonna be an absolute steal, because at this point, what I'm gonna be able to do is kind of use this as a kind of main hub for productions. So let's go pull in here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and park the tractor right under this awning. About right here would be perfect. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and meet with the owner, sign some paperwork, and get everything all worked out. And I've also got my contractor on the line, and he's heading over here. He's gonna set up something that's gonna be crucial for this operation. So I will go ahead and get this all taken care of, and I will cut us back in as soon as I'm done. All right, I'm standing out here after signing everything. You can see I have paid for it. Everything's good to go, and I am so excited about this. So the biogas plant is now mine. All the paperwork's been signed. Crossed my T's, dotted my I's. Very, very happy about that. But I also, while working with the biogas company or the owner here to get them, their payments and all that, I was also working in the background with a natural gas company, and they buy methane, and this plant produces a ton of it, an absolute ton. So I am so excited to announce that I have come to terms with this company as to be a exclusive provider for this area for the sales of methanes. So what's going to happen is, as I produce it, I have this. My contractor just finished the installing, and what's going to happen is I'm going to have a place to where I can then take all my methane that I produce, just place it in here, and the company will then come by with their trucks, and they will unload into their trucks, and they'll be able to take it out and sell and distribute as they see fit. So it's really, really nice. It's a great setup, and it's going to be very, very profitable. And what's really nice is the simple fact that I've already got a ton of methane back on the farm. If we take a look, I already have 60,000 liters. So this one purchase is already gonna probably pay itself off and then some. So I'm going to go ahead and run up to the shop. I'm going to buy myself some kind of container, some kind of trailer that I can store methane in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and just start priming this, because this is just empty. It's just sitting empty. I want to be able to start coming up here, get them some kind of product, and kind of go from there. But then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to come up here with some cut sugar beets, because I've got tons of sugar beets back on the farm. I'm going to bring some sugar beets up here to get processed. I've got tons of silage that can be processed. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch, and I want to get working on it. So let's go ahead and hop in the tractor. We'll go up to the shop, purchase a trailer, and go from there. So as you can see, we made it up to the shop. I already made my purchase of a trailer, and we are running drastically low on funds. As you can see, right there is our brand new trailer. This thing is gonna be nice. It's gonna require several back and forths because it only holds like, I think 13,000 liters or so, but it's gonna be worth every trip that we make. I think we're gonna be able to go ahead and just take everything over from here to the little container for the methane, and we'll be able to start getting paid out by the company we contracted with. So, gonna head back to the farm, fill up this tank with as much methane as it will take. I'll have to make several trips back and forth, and then we will start getting some payments. We'll see you in a little while. As I sit here and pull into the parking lot for the biogas, I'm going to go ahead and unload the first trailer load. And let's see what we get for this trailer load. Oh yeah, almost 20 grand for one trailer load. That will do just fine. And I've got at least 4 trailer loads, maybe more. So this investment is going to pay out very nicely. So I'm just going to keep going back and forth, getting this all loaded up, ready to go. And then yeah, we'll be able to go from there. I'll cut us back in a little while. Delivering the last bit of methane up to the holding tank right here. As you can see, we started at $80,000, and by the time we're all said and done, we should be just around 100K, which is awesome. That right there is amazing. Worked out very, very well. Almost paid for the entirety of this purchase right here, just in the methane that we had at the farm. But while everything was said and done, I was working also in the background. I delivered a load of silage here and some sugar beets that were cut to here. And as you can see, we've already got almost 2,000 liters of methane and almost 1,000 liters of digestate. This is just chugging along. Look at this. I mean, this is just amazing. Amazing. We're taking almost 8,000 liters at a time and getting 5,000 liters of methane and almost 2,500 liters of digestate. We're just chugging through this stuff. I am so thrilled about this. Really happy. This is going to be a really good investment going forward. But now we need to take all this back to the farm and go from there. We'll see you in a little while. Made it back here to the farm. Now I've got to find a place to park this trailer and let's see if I can. No, probably not right there. Ooh, you know what? How about right beside this barn here? Right there. Yeah. How's that? I think that works. There we go, and now we can go ahead and park our tractor. Alright, well at this point there's oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Almost forgot. What about my horse? How's Molly doing? Have they been exercised? They have been exercised today? Yes. Perfect. Well then, all the chores around the farm are done, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go relax and hang out with the family for a little while. I think that'll be rather nice. Be able to kick my shoes off and take a little break. I think it's well deserved. Got a lot accomplished today, but I will go ahead and cut us back in, tomorrow. Alright, waking up bright and early this morning because our grass field is ready to harvest, which means all the grass needs to be harvested. But I'm going to do things a little bit more efficient this time. So I called up to the biogas plant and figured out that there's over 100,000 liters of methane from last month to this month, which means I'm going to go ahead and sell that off real fast. I'm going to get that prepared and just get rid of it. But I also need to figure out what I'm going to do in regards to this trailer. This trailer is really nice and it's worked out very well. The problem is that it only holds like 19,000 liters, and 19,000 liters in a field this size or that size in the horse field or the one across the street, it's just not enough. It's way too many trips back and forth and it's too much downtime. So I think I'm going to sell this off and get me something different. I think that this is no longer up to snuff for what I need. So I'm pretty sure I can daisy chain these two trailers together. And if that's the case, then I'm going to try and take them both up, one to the shop, one to the biogas, and sell this one off, get a replacement, and then kind of go from there. So let's kind of see how this all works out. I'm kind of hopeful. No, that isn't going to work. What about back of this trailer? Nope. So, doesn't look like I can chain them together, which is a real bummer. So, if that's the case, then I'm going to have to run this one up, I think, later, because I think it's going to be more important for me to get the methane sold off first. I can deal with this trailer later, so let's stop that there. Let's go ahead and grab this trailer. Perfect. Alright, gonna head up to the biogas plant and gonna get to work on selling off all of that methane that's been stored up overnight. So I will meet you up there. Pulling in the driveway right here, and I need to figure out where I can get the methane from. I think on the backside here, maybe? Oh. I found it. Okay. Well, let's see if I can... Oh, yeah. So now I can just keep running back and forth to fill this up. And I should still be producing. Oh, yeah. I still have 17,000 liters of silage left. I still have 36,000 liters of sugar beet. So not only am I producing methane, I'm producing digestate, which, is there anywhere they'll accept digestate as a sale? Farm Productions, which is my production point. Okay, so I do have digestate as a input for some products and methane as well for liquid fertilizer, herbicide. Huh. I'm gonna have to get some water there soon and be able to run this for limestone, because I got tons of lime, or tons of stone. At least not tons, but I got a decent amount of stone here. Yeah, 6,000 liters. I can get some lime and some salt. Oh, and it looks like that's all done processing. So if that's the case, yep. Go ahead and deactivate that. Perfect. All right, now let's keep on working at this. And we're getting ready for the last little bit right here. Perfect. So you figure for just that batch that we just offloaded there, we made, let's see, $150,000. I think that's okay. I think that's a pretty good day right there. 150 grand, and yeah, we just let it chug away, chug away, chug away. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, now I'm going to head back to the farm, and I'm going to grab my trailer, and from there I'm going to buy myself a new trailer, because now I've got some money burning a hole in my pocket. So let's do this. Meet you over there. And we are back at the farm here. Let's go ahead and drop this trailer off, pick up the other trailer, and from there I will bring the new trailer back, and we will be good to go from there. So let's drop that there, pick this one up. Perfect. And like I said, I will go ahead and cut us out from here, and when I get back to the farm, I will reveal the brand new trailer. What will take a few minutes for me will be just a few seconds for you, because hey, editing is a great thing. We'll see you in just a few seconds. So we are pulling into the farm right now, and as you can see, I've got a brand new trailer. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't she a beaut? Oh yeah. This is almost double the amount of capacity that the other trailer had. The other trailer was 19,600. This is 30,000 liters. So absolutely fantastic. And ooh, and you know what? One other thing I meant to test, just to see. Because it's not a swivel axle, it's so much easier to get where I need it to be. Oh, look at that. I can connect both my new trailer and my liquids trailer together. That is fantastic. I'm thrilled about that. So now I will be making almost double the loads that I had with the old trailer, which means I will have to make half as many trips over here when I start mowing and doing all the work that I need to do. Because you can see all this is ready to mow, good to go. Same thing with the field across the street. Take a look at the map just real fast. You'll see it's ready for harvest, which means all of these are ready to harvest. So we're going to be busy in the next one here. I think there's going to be a lot to get done and a lot accomplished. But one last thing before we go, got a hold of my banker who I have the loan through, and I should go ahead and pay off at least a chunk of the loan that I have outstanding, because right now I have a $250,000 loan. I have almost $250,000 in the bank right now. I think I could pay off $150,000 easily and be able to kind of continue on from here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I will be right back. And there we go. We are now down below $100,000, but if we take a look, loan $100,000. Not bad at all. I am so thrilled about this. That means the loan's going down. We're inching it ever and ever closer to zero. And that is going to be a good day when that's paid off. And this little thing right here has really, this chef's kiss. I think what I'm planning on doing for when I do harvest all the grass and whatnot. Oh, you know what? I should move this to here. You can see I've got 5 pallets of wool, 5,000 liters just squirreled away over here. And, oh, you know what? Almost forgot. I need to exercise Molly. Need to send her through her daily paces. But what I'm thinking of doing is taking all the grass from the fields that I have, take all of it and make it into silage. And I think that would be a kind of a good way to go about moving forward. It's going to get me some more methane. It's going to get me some more silage. And then I can take all the methane. Whoops. Come on. There we go. I can take all the methane that I get here, sell it, and then on top of that, be able to take all the silage and process it through the biogas plant. And then it'll give me even more silage and digestate. And yeah, everything in between. I'm thinking that's going to work out very, very nicely. And I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy with how everything's turning out. But I think that is where we're going to leave it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.